Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? Hey everybody, welcome to Sports Vibes. I'm your host, Tay Cheeks. I have a news flash. The Miami Dolphins actually won a football game. Not only did they win, but they completely crushed the Kansas City Chiefs. Brandon Marshall actually looked like a decent wide receiver. Who would have thunk? Shocker! Tim Tebow pulled another win out of his bag of tricks. He defeated the Oakland Raiders. I think everyone needs to cut this guy a little bit of slack. He's not the best, most accurate quarterback you've ever seen in your life, but the guy is athletic. He knows how to run the ball, and if the Broncos could hire somebody like Dan Marino to teach him how to throw the ball, he could actually be a top 10 quarterback. You never know. Moving on to an award for this week, I want to do a whacktastic award. And the whacktastic award goes to the wackest player of the entire weekend. This award has to go to Chaz Henry, punt returner for the Philadelphia Eagles this week. If you missed that Monday night game, you missed the funniest play I've ever seen. This guy has longed to become a quarterback in the NFL his entire career, and they tell him he's not good enough, and they make him a punt returner. And finally, they put him in the game for one shot where he can prove that he knows how to be a quarterback. This guy completely ruined the entire play. It was supposed to be a fake me out punt return. He throws the ball to the wide receiver. My mistake. He doesn't throw the ball to the wide open wide receiver. He throws the ball to the ground. Not only does he throw the ball to the ground, but 10 feet in front of the wide receiver it was supposed to go to. This guy is so horrible. Dude, take off your jersey and sit on the bench. Another award I have this week is the Maniac Award. And when I say maniac, I mean beast mode. He's a maniac on the field. This week's Maniac Award is going to the entire Chicago Bears football team. They played a great game Monday night against the Philadelphia Eagles. Jay Cutler the entire time stayed cool, calm, collected. He didn't look frazzled. He was poised. Brian Urlacher, best defensive player this year I've seen. In every play, he was all over the place. There wasn't a time where the ball was stopped and you didn't see his jersey right there. Also, the offensive line for the Chicago Bears is one of the most terrible ones in the NFL, but not one time did Jay Cutler get sacked. They did a good job. High five for that O-line. Somebody throw those dudes a pizza party. They did great. Moving on to shenanigans. In this week's shenanigans, I have Philip Rivers. Philip Rivers has perfected the art of throwing an interception. And if that wasn't bad enough, he actually was playing great Sunday against the Green Bay Packers. He almost handed them their first loss. In the fourth quarter, they're down by 1 touchdown. And what does he do? He throws an interception. Dude, get your life together. What are you on right now? Matt Forte, you are also in this week's shenanigans. Love you, buddy. You're one of the best running backs in the game right now. But 347 touches and you haven't fumbled the ball. That is incredible. Monday night game, you fumbled the ball twice and the Eagles scored both times. Dude, get it together. What are you doing? Moving on to picks for this week, we're going to go the Chargers over the Raiders, Philly over Arizona, Chicago over Detroit. Come on, Jay Cutler, do it one more time for me. Carolina over Tennessee, Miami over the Redskins or the Deadskins, Green Bay over Minnesota, easy one. And before I go, I've got to give you my opinion on the NBA lockout. I sincerely hope they come to an agreement today. If they don't, I do think that the season will be canceled. The owners and the players should agree on the 50-50 split. That's fair. And the owners maybe should ease up a little bit on the system issues. I agree with the players in the sense that they were getting 57% of the profit before, and it's really hard to come from 57 to 50%. That 7% is really a buttload of money that they're not going to have anymore, and I understand their frustration. But the NBA has been losing popularity, it has been losing money, the owners have been losing money, well, some owners have been losing money, and now they're basically bitter and they're on get-back status. They want all that money back. The players kind of think that it's, you know, they don't feel like it's a team effort, like they're equals. They just feel like, you know, they're pawns or something. And really they are. They aren't equals. The owners are the owners and the players are the employees, basically. Owners put up all this money to buy a team. You have to pay let's say $500 million for a team. You know, they made an investment and they want to, you know, earn money on that investment. The players don't have to invest in anything. They don't have to pay workers for the arena. They don't have to put money into the arena. They don't have any overhead. All they do is show up to work and collect a check. So they really shouldn't complain on they really shouldn't try to get so much of a split. The last agreement, they really made out like a fat cat, and they were, as Charlie Sheen would say, winning. Well, this time the owners want to be the ones that are winning. And I think, you know, if I was an owner, I would also put my foot down. I would want an extra hard cap. You need a hard cap. Basically, it's, you know, it's a budget basically for the team. The team cannot go over the budget and, you know, try to pay all this money for players to make a dream team like Miami did. You have a team like Miami who has LeBron James, they have D Wade, they have Chris Bosh, and they're just basically trying to get a ring real quick. That makes the game not fun. This is why you're losing viewers. Everybody needs a hard cap so the teams are more equal. That's what it does for the game. You remember back in the day when everybody had a team they really loved? Everyone loved the Bulls, the Pistons, the Spurs, the Celtics, the Knicks. Every single team was equal and great. And you got to watch that team build up, and you got to watch them suck, and you got to watch them be great and play in championships and things like that. We need to get back to that. The way the NBA is now is they're paying all these players to, you know, trade here and trade there and all these crazy trades. Every time the season starts, you really don't know who's on your team anymore. It's kind of hard nowadays to fall in love with a team because you don't know where the players are. You kind of just fall in love with players, and that's why it's losing popularity. These players are making way too much money, some of them even before they step on the court. You're giving guys from high school or straight out of college $100 million contracts before they even play a professional basketball game. And, you know, some of them get hurt, some of them turn out not to be good. And if you're an owner, you're losing money and it's not good. And these contracts are guaranteed in a lot of ways. So these players can just suck, they can get hurt, they don't have to play, they don't have to be that good. And they're guaranteed all this money. And, you know, I just don't think that's right. I don't think you need $100 million to play in a basketball game. You know what? If you're a rookie just coming into the game, you should have to earn your worth, and you should start with a league minimum, maybe $500,000, and even that's a lot for someone who's, you know, 17, 18 years old. That's just my opinion. Follow me on Twitter, Tay_Cheeks at twitter.com, and I'll see you next week.